Stuart's done a massive boo-boo, and Stuart has actually travelled with a £1 bottle of water in his backpack, which contains all of his camera gear. So now we're going to be checking out why you should not travel with a £1 bottle of beeping water in your camera bag. Stuart's a7c 2 is dead. We think it might be dead. It's not usable.
I'm still got this one, which is a trusty camera.
Yeah, but we're in Amsterdam soon.
Long story short, I am in Amsterdam for a stag do for one of the guys that used to work for Camera Centre UK. Shout out to Joe's beautiful, beautiful person. I now have a broken camera on the first day of our trip out, and I need to do a video on travel photography because whilst I'm here, excellent, beautiful place, be a great time to do it. My camera's broken, so now I have a new challenge. I have a film camera, one roll of film. I might be able to get some more. Let's see what we can get. Let's get into it. So I only have this, which I think is going to be an interesting challenge. Safe to say here, I didn't have much sleep at this time. It is some film shops in Amsterdam, so I will probably be popping in to get some more film, but the city is actually genuinely stunning, and I can't wait to actually do it. A couple of shots that I got already is of course of the main station over there, and then we've got this beautiful lock over here, which kind of just, yeah, it just screams photos, especially if we get a flat lay from the other side over there, which I think I'm going to do right now, to be honest with you. These first few photos that I took were a little bit underexposed, but I was trying to get that to bring out the sort of like harsh light that was happening at that particular time. I think the photos came out pretty well, and the other thing when it comes to doing these kinds of shoots is making sure you capture the culture of the area in which you're shooting. And for Amsterdam, it's quite a lot of bicycles and some other things, but mainly bicycles. Also seeing a little bit of like dragged kind of like colour throughout some of these shots. I think that is because of the water that was actually inside of my bag, where it's kind of dragged across the film in straight lines. It's not on every photo, but it is in quite a few of them. Is it kind of cool to be there? I think so. It works quite well for this particular shoot. Also helps with the story, I guess. Here I waited for the couple in the photo to hit the right point for me to be able to compose everything correctly, using a little bit of leading lines, some rule of thirds, and the light coming in from behind to really define this image. I like it quite a lot. Just got a shot of that right there. It's actually very pretty here. There's like a smoke in the air. Well, it is Amsterdam after all. But no, I just like the leading lines of this particular shot, and I think it should work out pretty well. I think it's going to actually be really good to actually document it on film. Don't get me wrong, I'm a little bit salty about my a7c 2, but Camera Centre does repairs. So if you ever got a piece of camera equipment that you need repairing, make sure you go over to Camera Centre UK. Shameless plug, I know, wasn't planned. So just popped into Fotica. Here I picked up a couple roll of film, but also checked out the store as well. Really quite a pretty store. Looks to do mainly used stuff, but the stuff they have here is particularly beautiful and worth a visit if you're in about Amsterdam. Of course, if you're in the UK, go to Camera Centre UK. Yeah. When I'm shooting photos, especially when I'm doing travel photography, what I tend to look for is like unique things to the particular location which I'm at, or like just looking at like leading lines. So we've got this nice scene here, lamp right down the centre here. So what I'm going to see is if I can get someone directly down the centre of there, or just like an interesting kind of shot, see if the photo works out. Having a lot of fun though. Do like Amsterdam. Alright, just risked my life. I shouldn't have probably gone into the bike lane. But this car is really cool. Unfortunately there is a Tesla right here. So what I did is I composed it right out of frame like that. Tried to get in the thirds and got the background of the people who were crossing. I think it should be a good shot. I don't know, what I like about film is because when you're on holiday especially, you can really kind of just focus on what's happening rather than looking at the back of your camera all the time. So maybe it was actually a benefit that my camera just got destroyed by water. I'm trying to sell it to myself, essentially. Starting to sound like the 5 stages of grief, really, isn't it? Yeah. The next part of doing any travel photography is capturing the people and the location for what it is. So when you're doing this, you need to really kind of focus in on what people are doing, the conversations, the interactions, how they feel in the location in which they're at. And for this, what I wanted to do is do it a little bit more candidly, and I'm actually starting to learn how to use the camera by using the focus indicators on the actual manual lens. And with this, with a decent thought about kind of like the composition that you want to get out of the lens that you're using, you can really get some quite interesting photos.
So we just went to the Heineken factory, and it was a lot of fun actually. We managed to really see kind of how Heineken was made. Had a couple of beers, which is good. Now I'm just walking back to the tram, just enjoying the really cool architecture over this side of the water. Hopefully there's going to be a gap where I can take a photo. I did take a few photos down there. Again, when it comes to kind of travel photography, I like to make sure that I'm kind of like keeping my rule of thirds in check. You know, working with the vanishing points, trying to capture interesting scenes that I feel encapsulate wherever I am. And hopefully I've done that so far. We shall see. I am coming to the end of this roll though, so it's going to be interesting. Okay, so this is quite cool here. So when it comes to like scenes in Amsterdam, of course there's a lot of bikes. So I'm going to take a photo of this, I think. What I seem to have found is a break in the actual boathouses. And the structures of the other side, they look quite pretty, just like the lake I was taking a photo of earlier. And I think this photo shall be quite cool. It'd be good if we can get a boat here, but some people are waiting on me, so just going to take this shot, I think. Walking back from the Heineken Museum now. I am now by the statue of Rembrandt and an astronaut. Pretty cool. I've now changed out my film. I've got my 36 shots, so this may or may not be a long video. I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. It's quite fun just exploring, to be honest with you. I seem to have lost everyone purely by mistake, but you know, little adventures, right?
So the photos from here appears to be on expired film. It was the cheapest film I could find in the actual shop itself, and for that I have some interesting grain and some pretty cool photos. I mean, it's that sort of like grainy hipster kind of look that I was looking for. Gotta love film photography. It's a lot of fun.
So I've actually been setting the camera lens to around about 3 meters to see if I can just get like pop shots off on people. See if I can get some more kind of street photography rather than just architecture. But it's so pretty here. I just had some lovely pizza for lunch, and I've decided to just relax here for a second. There's got a lot of boats coming down here, and I want to get a boat in a very particular position to make sure that it is right, the composition. So this is a bit more patience, and you know, when you're on holiday, having a little bit of a chill act rather than focusing on all the photos happening is actually a really good idea. But no, Amsterdam, beautiful, and I gotta say, people are super friendly too. Let's get on. Such a beautiful area. So just took the photo already. What I wanted to do, and I've been seeing it on a couple of the bridges that have been throughout the city, is get kind of like a top-down view shot of the actual boats themselves. Kind of give a bit of character for, but we've actually got a really nice cafe right here. So I'm thinking about using that as a compositional element and seeing how it turns out effectively. This is our last full day in Amsterdam, and it's absolutely gorgeous here. So just going kind of like to the left of the hotel now, and found this here. It's pretty, isn't it? We'll take some photos. Also down there, you're not going to see it over there. I'll probably pop down there and set this nice white Vespa. Nice white Vespa. So I might actually go down there and take a photo. And there you are. Fair enough. So I'm actually really interested in this building right here. It's got a sort of like the orange kind of trims around it. I think if we do kind of like a center image straight onto the building and hopefully get somebody in front, I think it'd be quite cool. I've done a lot of these photos, but the buildings themselves are such an experience. Sorry for the hair, it's kind of just decided to go a bit wild. Okay, we're in quite a cool place now. Of course, we've got this building over here, but also I am really vibing with this house here. It's pretty cool. I'm tapping on the screen, then I tapped on my face there. Kind of worked out well. But there you go. So I'm just kind of hiding in between like a pillar here, just so the bikes can come past me. And I must admit, also, this place, really cool. Loving the architecture on now. And I just took a photo directly down the centre.
Okay, directly-ish down the centre.
I am now on my last roll of film. Currently running a little bit behind, so I need to get back to the guys. But I just visited the Leica store, had a little bit of a play with the SL3. Looks very pretty, and it's very awesome. This just area in general, actually. Really glad I came out this way.
After this, we went on a boat tour around the canals of Amsterdam, and I am left thinking about my digital camera. Yes, I would have taken about 12,000 raw photos and then gone through them and had a lot of really good photos. But what I think I got out of the photos here is a way to really appreciate where I was, and then also kind of learn a little bit more about the basics of photography, and also have a good time with the boys as well. It was a wonderful journey, and I was lucky enough to finish it in a particularly special way.
Doing a little bit of research with TripAdvisor, I actually found there's a viewing platform just over the other side, just behind Amsterdam Central Station, and it is this building right here. So we're going to go up, and I'm hopefully going to be able to get a shot with my f1.2 lens at 400 ASA at the top of the building. Probably not, but I'm going to give it a go. I very much view this journey as just incredible. It's nice traveling to a new place, experiencing new things. It's also nice taking photos, and yes, some things end up badly, like my camera breaking, but luckily I brought my film camera along, and if I hadn't actually thought some stuff or just decided to explore and have a good time, I wouldn't have found this place. This is the Adam Tower, and it's got a hell of an experience on there. The lift up was incredible. Just taken a photo which I don't think is going to work out. If it actually comes out, then it's going to be one of the best photos I've ever taken. But it's on a lens that's not particularly sharp. ASA that's not perfect for the situation, and very cheap film. So, fingers crossed, future Stuart, it's okay.
And here the photo is. It's not sharp, it's grainy to all hell with that expired film, but it's a special photo. And when it comes to a photo being special to you, and whenever you're traveling, you're going to be taking a lot of special photos. It's the ones that I think you wouldn't really expect to be your special ones. It's the ones which may have made you think differently about composition or where you're at. Something that will make you appreciate the area that you're at. Travel photography isn't about being perfect. It's about finding what interests you and the memories that you want to savor most.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, follow and subscribe if you want to see more. Travel more, do more, be more, I think, is something to live by.